What's the word? I know ain't nobody here yet. Happy Juneteenth to y'all. I'm gonna start this. Oh, I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here. Let me tell you, man. I got the most egregious comment. I get these sometimes. Like it makes me feel good about how I age. But I got an egregious comment. If y'all don't know, I dropped a C-Bear and Jamal. I don't know if y'all know that. C-Bear and Jamal cartoon. So imagine today on my Instagram and my YouTube. Um, it was fun to do. It was definitely fun to make happen. We see where the people at. Y'all at Juneteenth barbecues and shit. Here we go. We got three motherfuckers in here. Make sure y'all let yourselves be known in the chat. Make sure y'all let yourselves be known in the chat. But yeah, yo. What up, Master of Magnetism? What up, that's my Harlem brethren right there. Booty shorts. What up, Lauren Murphy? Yeah, booty shorts. Yeah, here we go. So listen, man, I'm looking. If y'all know, I dropped the C-Bear and Jamal. It's an old cartoon. We'll talk about black cartoons because it's Juneteenth, or black cartoon characters. It's one of the things. I saw that C-Bear and Jamal, so imagine. Yeah, somebody gonna comment on this. How you know about C-Bear and Jamal? I'm 39, and what he said? He said I'm 39, and you must be one of them Gen Zs that know about the old school. I'm like, bro, I'm older than you. How dare you call me a Gen Z? No disrespect to Gen Z, but no, don't do me like that, bro. Yo, that episode was hilarious though. So imagine Hippity Hop, 90s kid here. That's a fact. Hippity Hop. I need to get a Hippity Hop shirt now. Hippity Hop, Hippity Hop, Hippity who? Wimbley stop. That shit was so. I came up with that. If you listen, the vocals aren't as great as my vocals usually are, is because I came up with the Hippity Hop song on the way to work, and I didn't have time to go home and record it. So I'm like, man, this is too good. I gotta have this ready for tomorrow. I knew I wasn't gonna be home, so I'm like, I had to do it for y'all. Y'all had to get the Hippity Hop song. What's going on, y'all? What's It's wild because the only reason I did C-Bear and Jamal is because a homie of mine had talked about it a while ago. He was like, yo, you remember C-Bear and Jamal? And I vaguely remember the cartoon. I don't even know what channel it was on. And I don't remember watching it like that, but I remember it being in a show. It sounded like you got carried away and freestyled that ending, honestly. Nah, you talk about the whoo. I always do that when I do old school rap flows. I just think it's funny. Because cats used to be like, a whoo. To me, that's hilarious. It was on Channel 5. Yeah, it didn't last long, right? It's a good show, I ain't gonna lie. When I look back at some of the old black cartoons, I'll be like, oh, this was great, right? And then I rewatch it, I'm like, this was awful. Like, if you ever watched the Hammer cartoon from the 90s, the short-lived Hammer cartoon, that shit was objectively it was not good. That cartoon was awful. We had the talking shoes. It was fucking no. That cartoon was not good. It was not a good cartoon. It was bad. But C-Bear and Jamal was like, you know what? This ain't really a bad cartoon. I had a message to it. Some of the jokes was funny. Like, they had this little girl that was voiced by, I think, Kim Fields. And she had jokes on C-Bear and Jamal. Her jokes was kind of funny. I was like, this is not bad. This is actually an okay cartoon. They had a third grader. He pulled up in the hoopty. He was like, he was like, you liked what? Lauren Murphy, the MC Hammer cartoon? Have you rewatched it? Because I liked it too until I rewatched it. I rewatched it as an adult. And I was like, wait a minute. This is not good. It's not good. It was hard to get through. That's how bad it was. But I will say, yeah, I can't get through it. BDBGP, what up, my G? I still gotta to check out your messages on the gram. I'm gonna do that tonight. Uh, no, should I? Yeah, rewatch it, Lauren Murphy. How you feeling? How you living? Feeling good, living great. Feeling great, living good. Whichever, it's interchangeable, my guy. You got me scared to do so, Lauren Murphy. Go rewatch it. It's not good. But C-Bear and Jamal was fire. So like, let me know, y'all, in the chat. What are some of your favorite black cartoon characters? If you had a top 5, who would you say? Cause because I rewatched C-Bear and Jamal, that's kind of fire. I saw your upcoming video for Ninja Scroll, fam. Let's get it. Yeah, man, y'all was asking for Ninja Scroll, and I rewatched it. That took a lot of work, though. I ain't gonna hold you doing Ninja Scroll because Ninja Scroll was so wild that I had to put censored over a lot of it and then like kind of mess with it so you couldn't see certain stuff. It was like a lot of work to make sure that that I could do it and not get in trouble because Ninja Scroll was wild, yo. Oh, freaky. Yeah, but we're going to talk about it on Sunday after it drops. What was wild was T-Log played by C-Bear, but he didn't, Tone Log played by C-Bear, but he didn't reprise his role as Ace's partner in the Pet Detective cartoon. That is interesting. I didn't even realize that, I forgot he was in that. Herbal Dragon, LOL. You did your thing with C-Bear and Jamal. Dope, my G. Keep it up. Oh, most definitely. Kid and Play. See, that I never seen. People keep telling me to watch the Kid and Play cartoon. Apparently, Mr. T had a cartoon too in the 80s, so I might have to do that. I might have to just do a whole compilation of black cartoons. But I remember the Mr. T, like if I think of my top 5 black cartoon characters, Static Shock is number 1. If no ifs, ands, or buts. Green Lantern, John Stewart, number 2. I'm talking about from when I was growing up, from the 90s, before they was putting Black Panther in cartoons and stuff like that. I was saying those. Yes, Chuck Norris also had a cartoon. I might have to do that if I could find it. So those are the 2 I could think about. Mike Tyson Mysteries count. I mean, I'm not counting Mike Tyson Mysteries because that came out when I was a whole adult. Herbal Dragon. I'm thinking of stuff that I grew up with. So those are the 2. We got. What did I just say? I said my man Virgil Hulk, Static Shock, uh, John Stewart, Green Lantern. I'm trying to think of what other shows that had black characters in it. But those 2 stood stand out to me the most. I don't know. I didn't know Chuck had a cartoon. Siobhan Jones. Yeah, he had a cartoon. Mr. T had a cartoon. A bunch of people had cartoons back in the day. But it's funny because I'm asking. I'm like, yo, what are y'all favorite black cartoon characters? And I'm like, how many of y'all can y'all name? Because we didn't really. It's almost like we didn't really grow up with a lot. Now that I think about it. Um, I just wonder how many y'all can name. Also, if y'all new here or if y'all been here, if you want to donate, you could donate up here. All the donations are helpful. They help me continue to make content. They help me to be able to not worry about other things so that I can focus on content. So if y'all want to donate, it could be $2, it could be 10, it could be 20, it could be 30, whatever you want to donate. Go up there. You see that they got the 2 buttons. If y'all want to assist in that way. Hot Wing from Silverhawks. Yo, man's name was Hot Wing, bro. That's mad disrespectful. They named him. They named it. It's like black people like Hot Wings, right? Yeah, that's his name, Hot Wing. They call him Hot Wing. That's wild to me. They got a black character in the cartoon named Hot Wing. I need to get a cut too. It's coming. Cut is on the way, bro. Um, yeah, but those are the ones I think about the most. Is Static Shock. I feel like I'm missing some people though. I'm missing some black cartoon characters. So if y'all can think of some, y'all can remember some, put them in the chat. Yeah, Static Shock, Green Lantern. Number 5, that's a fact. Vincent from Recess. Vincent from Recess was my man's from Hey Arnold. Who's Hey Arnold's boy? And I'm counting Skeeter. I'm counting Skeeter from Doug. Cause Skeeter was black. I don't care what nobody say. Skeeter was black. Patty Mayonnaise was black too. But I don't. Now that I think about it, Fat Albert. Not Fat. Fat Albert is one. Gerald. Who's Gerald? Oh yeah, Gerald from Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold's up there. So I would say Gerald from Hey Arnold. I'm gonna say Kwame from Captain Planet is up there. Kwame from Captain Planet is top 5. Kwame got mad when they was throwing their trash. And the town was full of trash. Kwame was tight. He was like, y'all just throwing away y'all trash, bro. Stop throwing away y'all trash. He got tight. He almost yanked dude out his car. Kwame was not playing when it came to that. So Kwame, Static Shock, John Stewart, Green Lantern, your man from Gerald from Hey Arnold. That's a 4. That's a 4. I don't know about Hot Wings from Silverhawk because I gotta rewatch it. Yeah, that's 4 right there off the top. Those are the 4. Skeeter is up there. I mean, Skeeter they never said if Skeeter was black or not because Patty Mayonnaise had to be black or she was mixed or something. She was brown, so I don't know if I put. I mean, Patty was fire as a fire ass character too, but I feel and who they said from Kids Next Door. I feel like there's a character in my head. Storm from X-Men. I'm bugging. Storm from X-Men. Wayne had number 5. Yeah. Now here's the thing. Now let's switch it up now. So we said 5 characters, and 3 of those characters were already I did. I said Storm. 3 of those characters were already comic book characters. So if we take the comic book characters out, and we just said 5 black cartoon characters, who would it be? Max from Batman Beyond is definitely up there. She was fire character. Max from so there's no comic book characters. I mean, I guess Batman Beyond is a comic book, but not. It was a comic book after. It was a cartoon first, right? So we could count that. So I would say Max. I would say Gerald from Hey Arnold. I say Kwame from Captain Planet. We can't count Static Shock because that was a comic book. So then who's the other two? I say Five from Kids Next Door was a fire ass character. But those are she was ill with the candy stuff. I remember there was an episode Robbie Robertson from Spider Man's comic book character, LeVar Burton. Damn. What about Keisha from the Magic School Bus? Y'all remember Keisha from the Magic School Bus? Or the producer from the Magic School Bus that used to do he used to take the phone calls at the end when they used to be talking mad smack to him. Those are fire. That's a fire character right there. But I had to think. Susie Carmichael was a straight thug. Ain't played no games with, and she had Angelica shook. Susie Carmichael was so much of a thug, she could raise her hand at Angelica and Angelica would flinch. She had Angelica shook, Susie Carmichael. I see y'all getting out the loud because y'all want to talk about black characters. I see y'all. Somebody came, I posted what we was going to talk about. Somebody was like, let's not talk that much about black characters. I was like, man, if you don't get the fuck off, you don't get the fuck out of here, that shit is going to bother you that much. Like, let's think about it. How many do we have? Susie was smart as fuck. She was a thug, yo. Susie Carmichael was a straight thug. She wasn't scared of no damn Angelica. She was like, watch your mouth, Angelica. She walking in the room, turning off the TV, Angelica watch. Panther was up there. I was just thinking about Panther. Panther was definitely black. I don't care what nobody say. Panther was black, bro. Remember the episode of Kids Next Door where number 5 goes for the 4th flavor of ice cream? No, I might have to go find that and do a So Imagine for it. I did a So Imagine for the episode where was it number 1 became an adult? They used this whatever those kids was, I forget their names. They used this Ray to turn him into adults, so he couldn't be a kid next door anymore. Panthro was definitely up there. Panthro like got busy too. Panthro was like a straight thug. Panthro was up there. Those are the only ones I could think of. I'm sure there's more though, but if they come to mind, we could talk about them. But also more about C-Bay and Jamal. So somebody, when I put the video up on Instagram, somebody was like, C-Bear stands for Crip Bear. I was like, yo, was the teddy bear a thug? Was he a gangster? Zach from the Power Rangers, even though he wasn't a cartoon. Zach from the Power Rangers is one of my favorite characters of all time. I had the toy. And he used to do hip-hop keto. So he used to do he whip your ass with the power of hip-hop. So we gotta celebrate him on Juneteenth. He whip your ass from the power. Aisha from Power Rangers too. I wasn't fucking with Aisha. When Aisha came on Power Rangers, I was like, I'm good on this. Just because they got rid of the OG characters. They got rid of Zach, they got rid of Jason, and they got rid of Trini, and I was not with that. I ain't like that shit at all, B. I'm like, how y'all just gonna get rid of the whole crew? Then they kept Tommy, and much respect to the actor who played the Green Ranger. Much respect to him. But I didn't really like that character. He was mad smug. He had that stupid ass ponytail. Get him out of here, B. That same ass kick. Aisha. I don't know if this counts, but Michael Jordan and Bo Jackson for Pro Stars. I did one for Pro Stars. I'm gonna repost that. Pro Stars is some funny shit right there, yo. I did one for Pro Stars. I'm gonna repost it. He was one of the real ones. Zach could whoop your ass with purple and black striped pants. That's a fact. Zach hit him with the hit. He in the theme song for the Power Rangers. He do some move like this. Hip hop keto, bro. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Somebody tried to come for my kufi on Instagram, right? Cause it was like an old Power Rangers video I posted. It was like, and in the video I talked about how Zach was like, yo. Tommy better stop playing with me before he get hip hop keto to death. And the dude got mad and was in there like, yo, he's like, you don't know what you talk about. There's no way, Zach. If you think Zach could beat Tommy, you stupid. I'm like, I never said that. It's a joke. And then he came back on my status and was like, whoever made this video is trash. He tried to come for my kufi. He says they trash. They don't know anything. Because they ain't no, they trash. Ain't no infant. He was trying to say ain't no ifs, ands, or buts. But instead he said infant butts. So he said, whoever did this is trash. Ain't no trash. Infant butts. Ain't no infant butt. I was like, what are you talking about? Dude said infant butts. That shit had me crying though. Zach, which Aisha from the Power Rangers movie, she defeated Ivan Ooze with a nut shack. Yo, that's a movie I gotta do. I'm gonna do the Power Rangers. I got y'all. I gotta do the Power Rangers movie for the OGs. You know what I'm saying? I know we talk about black cartoon characters, but so imagine number 1 was Huey from Family Guy. That's a fact. He was basically, he had the same shaped face. They got fired because they wanted more money. I heard they should have just paid him the money. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, did my man Zach dirty. He couldn't hip hop keto no more. He actually, the funniest thing is like, if you look at all of them right now, he look like he doing the best. Man's skin is glowing. He got like 3 girlfriends. Man's is out here living life in his mid 40s. He got to be in his mid 40s, late 40s. Piccolo celebrates today. You could Mo creeping. We could give Piccolo some love. I heard people be talking about Piccolo was black. I'm like, all right, whatever. I'll allow it. If Piccolo was black, then so was Hot Rod from. No, actually, no, because Hot Rod ruined everything. Hip Hop Keto was fire. What about Bebe's Kids? Bebe's Kids, that movie used to have me sad, bro. I still remember the end of that movie when they go back to the crib and they in the projects and there's roaches and shit. And then he like, you know what, man, this is messed. And the moms is not there, so you know what, man, we going back out. Much respect to him. That movie was wild. Bebe's Kids. Was what that what was that what that real what real oh yeah, that's what that real was about, bro. Dude had the nerve to say if and try to play me and say if you gonna try and play me on my own video, you better use spell check, my G. You better spell check the shit out of that hate. You better spell check it, cause I am coming for your kufi, bro. I'm coming for your kufi, brother. We ain't had the party's just begun. BDBGP, Bishop from X-Men. Bishop with the good hair. Bishop hair was mad straight. I mean, I don't consider that good hair, but I'm joking, obviously. I was a test. Z could have Nino Brown angle. What? I'm confused. Zach still looks the same. Zach ain't Asian. Black don't crack. And beige don't age. That's a fact. Mr. Popo from Dragon Ball Z was no, he wasn't. I don't know what the fuck Mr. Popo was. No Mr. Popo talking this live. We talk about black character. I don't know what that was. Actually, I think he's supposed to be based on an Indian deity, but they ain't slick. Did you know that Zach is missing the? Yeah, I realized that when I was younger, actually, in high school. You gotta do a Soul Imagine for that, fam. A Soul Imagine for Bebe's Kids might be cool, actually. Winston Zeddemore from the Real Ghostbusters. Ooh, okay, okay. I don't remember Wayne Head that much. I ain't gonna hold you. I remember it came on, but I never really watched Wayne Head. Wayne Head I watched. You know what it was when I was a kid? I think a lot of the black shows they were trying to sell me. I think even as a kid, I was kind of a little offended because I was like, yo, don't try and win me over with hip hop, with bad hip hop raps. Look at this boy with his big old core, with his big old friend, and he's doing the most. Ooh, dude, that. I'm like, yo, if you don't get out of here with you trying to sell me with fucking raps. Now I gotta watch this show because somebody in it. Get out of here, man. Can we get a jazz theme song or some shit? Bishop is actually Australian. Since when, Dane Wan? Can you do a Ren and Stimpy parody for the kid in me? Oh, you mean a Ren and Stimpy? So imagine I could do that. Jazz from Transformers was definitely black. Scatman Crothers. I remember watching Robin Harris's comedy skit on Bebe's Kids. Almost died laughing seriously. Yo, that was. I mean, it started from like a stand up, right, and then it became a cartoon. I saw something where they were trying to get Method Man to play Bishop from X Men. I'm cool on that. I love Method Man, but no. Soul Magic, Squid Games. I'm not doing no Soul Magic for Squid Games. Squid Games is wild. It's too violent. You've already Bulletproof Vest. Bulletproof Vest from Cops was dope. And Max and Goofy from Goof Troop was black according to that Atlanta episode. They definitely was. I don't care what nobody says. Gumby was. Come on. We can't claim Gumby, bro. I thought he was a genie. Snake Eyes wasn't black, but I think he celebrates today too. Why would Snake Eyes be celebrating today, Mo Creepin? Doc from the Galaxy Rangers, Blade Hero. Who's Doc from the Galaxy Rangers? Nah, Snake Eyes ain't invited. Mike DDH, he can't come to the barbecue. Bishop is an Aboriginal. Ooh, I never. Let me not steal, but I never knew. Roadblock, the Ramen G. I remember Roadblock. Roadblock, the Ramen G.I. Joe. Roadblock was out there rapping everything. Back in those days, that's what they used to do. They used to have the black characters always like be ramen, even though like yeah, that was back then. But yeah, yo, Gumby had the slanted Bobby Brown box fade and slid on 1 foot. Tell me that ain't black. That's actually kind of funny. Oh shit, Roadblock. Roadblock, hell yes, Roadblock. I've done GI Joe ones. I rewatched GI Joe for a little bit just to see what we got going on. You know what I mean? Bruh did Beastmaster with child sacrifice. We talk about Squid Games too violent. That not even close, Blade Hiram. Yeah, it has child sacrifice in it, but you don't see that in the video. Like Squid Games is full of violence. It's hard to do because I'd have to cut from. I can do it, but it's a little bit harder to do. And it's a Netflix show. They're definitely gonna flag me. So I don't. That's part of it. Like it's a Netflix show. They're probably gonna flag me. Wasn't refrigerator. I mean, I'm doing Ninja Scroll on Sunday, and if you know Ninja Scroll is full of shit that could get me in trouble. But I was able to I was able to censor a lot of it, and then I was able to move the screen in a way where you couldn't see all of the crazy stuff that was happening. Cause we're gonna talk about it on Sunday, but Ninja Scroll was wild, bro. Ninja Scroll was super duper wild. I can't wait to talk about it. Your man, old the freaky ass rock dude. Wasn't Refrigerator Perry in the G.I. Joe movie, or am I misremembering? I don't even know who Refrigerator Perry is, bro. What about the black kid from the Burger King Kids Club? I don't know what that is, actually. I never watched the Burger King Kids Club. Ah, cool. Yeah, 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 yeah. Squid Games is like, yeah, Squid Games is a gamble. Ninja Scroll was absolutely flawless. Ninja Scroll was crazy though. Ninja Scroll was really more of a horror anime if you think about it. You never saw Galaxy Rangers? It was an 80s, 90s cartoon. Nah, I never watched Galaxy Rangers. I know what I did watch. Well, I didn't watch it, but I did one for Bucky O'Hare, but I haven't put it up here yet. Panthro from Thundercats was a brother. That's a fact. Refrigerator was a footballer. From where? What are you talking about? Refrigerator. Oh, okay, a football player. Okay. Sergeant Slaughter was in the G.I. Joe movie. Who was your favorite villain from Ninja Scroll? I ain't like none of those villains were freaky ass boys, bro. I ain't like none of the villains. Especially the rock dude, old freak. Nasty creep. Get him out of here. The rock dude was a old man. He's a freaky ass boy, creepy ass, nasty ass boy, trying to get his ditty on. Um, Perry was a lineman for the Chicago Bears in the '80s. He was popular like Mr. T back then. The old man, best villain he played, Jubei. The old man wasn't really a villain, though. I wouldn't call him a villain. If I had to choose the best villain from Ninja Scroll, it would probably be it's between the bird chick that was using that was using corpses and blowing them up. The shadow dude was kind of fire too. I liked him. There was a lot of cool villains, but I mean the way that they was hyping up the those villains, Jubei was making short work of them. You'll see in the video, Jubei was finishing them kind of easy. But if I had to choose my favorite one, I'd have to say it was Genma, cause Genma's chin was crazy. His chin was crazy, bro. Do Wicked City. That one might be even more. I've never watched that movie. I know about it. That's the one where the woman had the spider vagina, right? I don't know about Wicked City, bro. I had to see. I had to see. I had to think about that one. All these '90s anime were wild. They were wild. Like I didn't realize how wild Bastard was until they remade it on Netflix, and I was like, this is some old real freaky. This is a freaky ass show. But I used to watch Bastard with my older brother, the Blind Swordsman. The Blind Swordsman was dope, but they finished, dude. Come on, man, Jubei finished dude so easily. The Rock dude, Tessa was the homie. Don't say that. You don't want to be homies with him. You know what he was trying to do early in the movie. You know what he was trying to do. I can't hang out with him. Mm-mm. He gonna scare him away. Get him away from me. Do the Mr. T cartoon. I'm gonna look up the Mr. T cartoon because I keep hearing y'all talk about it. I need to do another '80s cartoon compilation, so I'm probably gonna mess with Silverhawks, Bionic Six, maybe the Mr. T cartoon. I'm gonna do a bunch. Janma Chin was different. Janma Chin was crazy, yo. Jubei fight with the blunt. That was a cool fight, but it was like I think Jubei his best fight. I'm trying to think. His best fight to me was with the dude with the wasps in his back. That was the best fight to me because I like how he killed him. He was, to be honest, Jubei was really finishing a lot of them because he was smart. Like, not it wasn't just that he was an ill ass swordsman. He was smarter than all of them. Like, he just knew how to figure out a situation and figure out the power and figure out how to like beat the person with the power. Like, he was just ill with it. He was ill. The blind man was Mijutsu Mushuzi. He was a beast. Gemma Chin was crazy. So imagine you Techno Man. What's Techno Man? I know about it, but I don't know about it. When can we get an Alvin and the Chipmunks? I don't know, man. Dane Wan, suggest me an Alvin and the Chipmunks episode. Bug guy. If Bamboo wasn't there, Jubei wouldn't have won. How you figure? Blade Harem. How you figure Jubei wouldn't have won? Jubei would have died without his comrades' help. Where? The best fight was against Gemma, I agree. Wait, how would he have died though? Maybe with the snake chick. I mean, I guess the rock dude, he was already poisoned, but it seemed like Jubei was gonna beat him anyway. I don't know if I think he would have died without his compadre. Cause I'm trying to think, when did he get help? He beat the shadow dude without any help. He beat the rock dude. I guess you could say Shorty poisoned him, but I think he would have won that fight anyway. He beat the he blew the well, he don't know, he almost died. You're right. The dude that was electrocuting him. He almost died there. Jubei would have died without his con. So I don't know if I agree with that, bro. A gargoyle, so imagine the best fight was the one with Gemma, because there was no way for him to beat Gemma. Because I'm sorry, I said Gemma. Genma. There was no way for him to beat him because dude kept like healing. It was too crazy. A gargoyle, so imagine, would be hilarious, but Disney. So no, I could get away with gargoyles. I could get away with some Disney stuff. I'm just a little wary around the Disney movies, but the shows I can definitely get away with. Because the shows are small, the movies are like longer forms of content, and sometimes there's some bullshit around it. But I think I could get away with. I definitely could get away with Gargoyles because I've done it before. But I haven't sat down and rewatched Gargoyles again. Because when I start doing it, I'm gonna make that one of my main soul imagines. Like my favorite ones to do, my favorite soul imagine is probably He-Man. He-Man is hilarious. Gem is hilarious. The '80s cartoons actually low key be the best ones because they be so ridiculous. Goliath was black, by the way. Keep David voice. Pissed me off when he turned human and was white with a tan. They made him human? That's stupid. Peep Spectrum Man out. I'm a check out Tekkaman Blade. What do I know? Give me some other anime movies. Matter of fact, since we talk about Ninja Scroll, we really gonna dive into on Sunday after y'all watch it, so we can really talk about it. The Alvin and the Chipmunks animated movie. Which one is that? Like a newer one or an old one we talking about? Because remember, there was two Alvin and Chipmunk cartoons. There was an old one from back in the day, and then there was a '90s one. The '90s one is the one that I watch. Um, yeah, Jubei went for the eye shot. If he got the other eye, he would have had him. That's a fact. You can do Alvin and the Chipmunks in the '80s compilation. The Snorks would be good for that video. The Snorks is fire. The Snorks used to be dancing underneath the water. I fuck with the Snorks. I'm down with the Snorks. You know what I mean? I'm a Snork kind of guy. Um, he low key would have died against a couple of those bosses. BDBGP, what bosses would he have died against? I don't feel like I just rewatched it twice. I don't feel like he was gonna die. I feel like he was smarter. His thing was when he knew he was at a disadvantage. He knew how to strategize to get himself out of the situation. He finished the shadow dude easy. He got rid of the rock dude. The snake lady kind of had him, but I even felt like he could have figured out a way out of that too. But snake lady is the only one that kind of had him, and she had to get the drop on him. But the snake lady is the only one that kind of had him. Yeah, Ushi died because Kengro stabbed her knife in the bamboo. He-Man is hilarious. Booty shorts, that's right. Bionic 6, the Toxic Crusader, since it's getting a reboot. I'm definitely gonna fuck with Bionic 6. I might do Toxic Crusader. Y'all remember the didn't they have a Mutant League? You remember the video game Mutant League Football? I feel like they had a cartoon for it too. I might have to rock with that. I wanna do the Where's Waldo cartoon as well. Yeah, we gotta respect Goliath on Juneteenth. By the way, Snorks are Smurfs, but underwater. Snorks were cooler than Smurfs. So imagine Jubei need a cool shit out of a couple ways. That's a fact. Gemma was beating the shit out of him. Lauren Renee, why I feel like I know you? Lauren Renee, why do I? Hey! I know you, cause I know that name. Do I know you, Lauren Renee? By the way, boom, boom, boom. That's a good one right there, Blade Hero. Um, Snorks freak me the fuck out. You was scared of the Snorks, bro? About to go see 28 years later. I heard it's trash, but I hope it's good, Zoo. I hope it's good. Let us know. Come back Sunday. Let us know if 28 years later is trash or not. Kigo's poison subdued. She shows bees. That's a fact. It did, but he even with that, it took them back. But even with that, like he figured out a strategy to like to beat dude. Like he had help, but I still feel like Jubei was like he had some help because they worked together. But I still feel like he probably would have still figured out a way to get out of this situation. Mad Bull, Crying Freeman, Ghost in the Shell, Kira, Tekken, Red Hawk, Shadow Skill, Wicked City, Appleseed, just to name a few. So imagine. Site got hella old cartoons. That site Docs. What site you talking about, Docs? Docs, what site? I missed the earlier chat. Jeremy say the Mr. T cartoon was an 80s cartoon where Mr. T and some young gymnasts drove around in a minivan fighting crime. Mike Tyson Mysteries was a spoof of that. I gotta watch that, Mr. T joint. I'm later, but I'm still pulling up. Okay. Say what? Casey Scott. Do Fraggle Rock, but Muppet Babies is definitely getting done. Yeah, hell yeah, Mutant League cartoon was wild. I don't even remember that. Tiger Sharks, Karate Cat. That was like more like the Street Frogs. I did the Street Frogs at one point. Cowboy Bebop. That would be fun. Mutant League was good. I don't even remember. I just know that they had a cartoon because I used to play the video game. Um, Lauren Renee, because I'm on IG and I comment a lot. Okay. I was like, I know that name, but I have a friend that has a similar name, like something Renee, and I didn't know if you was her, like somebody that I know in person. Yurimaru would have killed Jubei if Zakura didn't trap him with the rat. She got put gunpowder in. I don't know if I even agree with that because he cut the line. He cut the line on his own. So I don't know if dude would have killed him. Like the thing is, like, yes, he got help, but I still figure the way that they portrayed him was like he was kind of a strategist. And when he was in the only thing that would have killed him, he would have died, but the only thing that would have killed him was the girl's poison. I think he would have figured out. He was just too much of I think the thing about him, he was a strategist. It wasn't just that he was a good swordsman. He knew how to figure out a situation and pay attention to it and get his way out of it. Tessa Jubei would have lost. If Kagero didn't poison Tessa, Jubei would have lost. I don't think so, BDPGP. I don't think so. I think he would have killed him still. I think like the poison definitely helped. He didn't kill him, but dude's eyeballs would not rock. Jubei was gonna kill. I think Jubei was still gonna beat that dude. By the way, all your albums are fire, bro. Appreciate you, Nasdaq. Let everybody know. Also, again, I'm about to get off this live in a second. But if you want to donate, you see the star and the whatchamacall up there. I gotta always remind y'all. You want to send $2, 10, whatever you want to do, you can. But we'll be back here Sunday. So like, thank y'all for pulling up. Do guy if I gotta look at that. The blind man would have beat Jubei if Kagero didn't interfere. I don't even think I agree with that. I think Jubei was gonna win all of those fights because he was just too much of a strategist. And I'm standing on that. Yep, the main character was a skeleton whose motto was bring on the noise. Mr. T Dog had a mohawk too. What's the cartoon where dude turned? Oh, I did that before. You talk about Turbo Team, Casey Scott. I did that before. I just definitely did Turbo Team. I'm gonna repost it at some point. If you go to Casey Scott, if you go to my first 80s, if you go to like my playlist, If you go to my first 80s cartoon compilation, there's a Turbo Teen episode in there. They should do an extension of Ninja Scroll. Turbo Teen, in case you got. The first guy was Yurimaru, electrocuted, died instantly in the beginning. Yeah, he did, but he wasn't Jubei. Jubei was different. Heathcliff. How about Yu Yu Hakusho? I might mess with Yu Yu Hakusho. Tesla's body was made of stone. There's no way Jubei could have killed him. But BDPGP, his eyeballs weren't made of stone. That's why he got mad, because dude stabbed him right in the eyeball. He couldn't, his body was made of stone, right? But he had to turn into stone. And dude, like, he was already mad because he got cut in his eyeball. All Jubei had to do, get close enough and go all the way through his eyeball, he'd have been dead. You can't, because with characters like that, they always are made with a soft spot. Maybe do a Spider-Verse episode so you imagine Spider-Man, but you also have a cruddy. Alright, Darkwing Duck. Alright, with your whole ass. Ain't shit free is on my workout playlist. That's what I'm talking about. See, y'all supporting. Eyeballs and mouth. No chance in long term. That's a fact. Trigun. That's a good one. Rurouni Kenshin has mad media at this point. I never watched that. Correction. But Sito would have killed him if it wasn't for the old man's ninja star. Maybe. Oh, Trigun was good. Trigun would be a good to revisit. Been a while. All right, y'all. I've been on here for a little too long. Not a little too long, but I got to skedaddle because I got to skedaddle. So thank y'all for pulling up. Again, if y'all want to donate, it's up there. That would be helpful. If you want to just do a super like on a video, doesn't have to be a lot. You can do that. That's helpful. Also, you could just go buy some merch. We got merch in the merch shop. All right, y'all. Peace. Thank y'all for pulling up on a brother. There's a Ninja Scroll 12 episode anime. Master of Magnetism. Send me a message on the gram, please, with the link to that. I need to know what that is. I need to see that. All right, I'm out. Happy Juneteenth, y'all.